And then while we're doing this, how do you envision the setup for this event?
So, we will, and I know that you and I will need to meet to have a layout, but basically we'll need a table probably up here. We could have some books over in the Williams Center, so I have general layout, and I mean a rectangle, right?
Yeah.
So we would have sort of a PowerPoint presentation running that has in their graduates' name and their degree and concentration, which is all of you just confirm. And then we have a little platform or stage where we set up, but when we did it in the union, the rules, there's steps for yeah. So it kind of practice feel is area. Or a coding novel. Is that the code for like this? Yeah, so we sort of have like a pop-up statement for our colleges, just something in the background, something there. Is this the only location on a?
There are
Can you hear me at all? Oh, wow. Okay. How do you hear me now? Okay, I have a microphone. So hold on just a second. Can you hear me? So that's what she's saying.
So will the laptop be here?
I was gonna set it up at the back, towards the back. We can do it even closer if we wanted to. So let's do
I
it.
would say be close.
Right, oh, for sure. So if we test it far away, that means we know it'll be great up front.
So can she be?
So we can, no, but we can set it up and put the permissions where people can actually comment or live stream. And they can actually hit that like button and see all that stuff, but we can disable that. We really need that up here. But right now she's communicating with your G-chat. So all my
So that's
email.
how, okay.
Yeah, so, let me pull that back up. And Tanya, I'm gonna bring it closer. Let's
Your
do
phone's
it.
right there. Just-
Yeah. Let's, what about right here, Stuart, just to be safe? Or you wanna be closer than that? We could be closer. We don't need the audience in it.
Well, I guess what I had kind of imagined.
Yeah, I guess
Oh,
again,
yeah.
if you want to describe.
Can you go back to see
Yeah.
what she's seeing?
Uh-huh.
Side, basically where that wide table instead of the back.
Yeah.
So if it's stage, rounds, lines, an extra table, yeah, 2/3
What do you think?
space.
Okay,
Um,
so this is section.
I mean, we could really do it any way we want.
on
We can have the computer up higher.
Software, I think
Well, I
it's
mean, we would.
Lower.
So what we're gonna do is have a series of
we're in 1602.
speakers.
It's 1602.
making comments.
Yeah. Letter.
And then we're also gonna have the students that are here actually come and be presented
Yes.
with, and then
That's what
whatnot.
I was having. a hard
So
time.
we need to be in, I guess,
Yeah,
in a
the
position to capture all of that.
And I would like it to stay static, the computer, the iPad, the same spot, so we would have call it a mark on the floor or something.
Yeah, yeah.
To me, which is totally fine,
Sure.
where people would come and talk, and we would always
Oh,
have to
yeah,
have a
I
mic.
can read
Yeah.
So let's do the mic again and let her, can we move,
And then,
we will need the podium and screen in the image. Can we move to can we move the podium to the side of the screen? What do you mean by that?
A is that you come over to start setting your materials at what time?
So we'll move the podium closer to the screen, which makes sense. And
So
then
this screen,
this one.
I'll leave the table.
That's her calling.
Are you ordering food from catering?
Yes.
Okay, let them know about the timing, because they'll come to the that.
Yes. And I need to put them in the request, and we'll use done this, this is going to be our third time doing this.
Yeah, that sounds perfect. What I'll do is I'll make a map like this, with that 75 foot cap, let me know, and ask them closer, I'll reach out and maybe adjust it if we need to.
Oh, yeah.
The stairs that I have for the stage are like these giant safety stairs for bands trying to decide. They're not wobbly.
Yes,
Yeah, they're-
yes.
If you want a stage.
So.
My recommendation with this would be to have it elevated so that they can see if this is gonna be a camera that you use on the laptop.
Okay, so what, can you see the screen well now? What's on it? No, what's on it is not something that's clear, so it's not, no, so I think that, just for our idea, we're at the first student table. So there's really no reason for us to be farther back. Why? We don't need to get the audience necessarily. So to me, this is working out well. So how are you hearing us with the mic? Great?
So she tested, she's like, oh, my laptop will work. So the laptop is not the device that's going to be used. But
Oh,
we
yeah.
thought that the audio functionality would probably be similar to what we can experience on,
Sure.
iPad.
So we're gonna use my iPad.
That is
Okay.
what we were,
And why aren't we testing that now?
it was the key.
Well, and also I was trying to be cognizant of these people talking, so I really wasn't clearly in the mic. So, yeah, so let me, I'm going to hang up with you.
I got
What?
it out with her iPad. She taken out the tripod, and she went to sign in, she downloaded the YouTube app.
Yeah.
Like, she could do, it was when she tried to pull it up, it was only. like
Yes,
a
100%.
participant.
Oh, 100%.
So she
Yeah.
changed the login.
Okay, hang up, but don't go away because I need you on the G
There was
chat.
some weird
All right, bye.
Georgia Southern, can't pull up the URL. This was like an internal Georgia Southern error. Looking it up.
That's something
We can work through
we
that.
can work.
Oh, yeah.
It
I
just
feel
not,
confident.
unfortunately not for. right.
But to be honest, this is working amazing.
Is it?
The laptop is working amazing. She can hear us, she can see us, she can see the screen. She says it's amazing. That was her on the phone.
What does she see from?
She can see
Whatever.
exactly what we see.
Because, I mean, we would want the participants to see the students come across.
So we can do exactly any part of the screen we want, but we would have to keep this in the screen and we can put things on the ground. Cause she can hear what I'm saying now. We can put things on the ground like an X, like this is where you stand if you have the mic.
Yeah.
Always have to clearly speak into the mic like this for them to hear, which is what she said. But she can hear you. When the computer was back there, she could hear you talking. She just didn't hear what you were saying. So it's not bad.
Well, the candidates aren't going to be speaking. The only people that are going to be speaking would be,
Well, I'm not sure, I'm rethinking some of this, but
okay,
they would be at a podium with a mic.
Yes,
yes.
great.
That's who would be speaking.
Perfect. So there's no issue. She says it sounds great. It looks great. There's a 3 to 5 second lag time, which is no big deal.
Ask her if I look bad.
Does he look fat?
The camera
I know
adds to
Okay. She didn't respond to that. Okay, Nandi, so not here, you talk.
Hey, Nandi, can you hear me? I hope you can.
She said you look amazing.
That was the correct response, I must say.
How does
You
it
will keep your
sound?
job for another week, so, anyway, can you hear me okay?
Yes.
How about now? Because a lot of people like to hold the microphone away. Can you hear me, or does it really need to be up to my lips?
Does it need to be up higher? She says it sounds perfect like that too.
It sounds good like this.
Yeah.
How about like this? I'm just curious.
She said, yep, can still hear.
So there's no difference between the position of the microphone and your ability to understand what I'm saying?
She said no.
Oh, wow. Well, that's good because I know some people like me keep it close, but others,
We're gonna use-
reverberation.
I can definitely hear the
I'm
difference.
just gonna go ahead and tell you that.
You're talking about,
Yeah, over the sound system, yeah. So
okay.
maybe
all right.
with
don't
people,
know that
they
it-
may want to hold it a little closer.
Yeah,
So you
okay.
want to do the
All right.
laptop and not worry
We
about
could,
the,
I'll try the iPad and we'll see how it goes. But I'm confident that no matter what, we can do a good program with
Okay.
this or the iPad.
okay.
I have this stuff people have left behind that works for presentations if you wanted to put this on something so that you don't have to.
What is that a camera?
It's a camera and a microphone, I believe, and it also is adjustable and it should work. It's just plug and play.
So,
Same with this one, so you don't have to, because the only camera on this is you have to face the laptop towards the
Yeah.
thing. With these, you could use that to point it at if you wanted to.
well, my only concern is that there was a ticket from IT services from the person who tested this for you, and they said that unfortunately, it's only, they said something, it seemed as though you could only do one thing, but I don't,
One plug-in? Is that what you mean? Like
yes,
plugging
which
one
I
thing?
don't know if that would,
So what is involved with Nandi being able to log on? Did you send her a link?
I send her just a link and
Is
we
there a
can
way
publicize that
is there
early.
anybody else in Hendricks Hall who could send that link to?
Sure.
So we can make sure that at least two people, more than one
Sure.
people, I mean, there's no problems. I mean, I don't
So
know
let me
that-
tell you what she said. She said, there's a lag time. So there's a difference between it way down here and at your lips. She
Okay.
just says, keep it closer, but not on your lips. So, just
So something like,
reasonable.
yeah, this seems fairly reasonable. Okay.
Right. So let me see if there's somebody in there. Monica's in there. I know Monica's in there.
And I know PJ was in Hendricks Hall as well. It just would be nice to get multiple people just to see if they're experiencing the same thing.
The other thing,
I don't know why they wouldn't, but
So-
technology is not my friend.
Matthew,
So.
Timothy,
oh, my dearest and closest friend. Tell
Oh,
me what he
no.
said about this.
Oh, no.
Go ahead.
oh, okay. All right. He tested the YouTube live streaming and he said it was decent. It was easy to set up and schedule. He said, once I finished the setup and made my selections, I could start the stream. Audio was loud and clear and the image was good, even with the bad lighting from my office. It is limited to the single camera and microphone, and there wasn't that I could see the ability to share content outside of those specifically. So camera and microphone audio might be all you will have available. Just verified no other content than webcam video. So I guess maybe. So
He's saying that you couldn't do, if I plug this camera in, you couldn't have two angles and it would only be receiving sound and video from the device that we plug in.
No,
He's
you
saying
can do
that if,
multiple cameras.
If
Okay,
someone had a
okay.
video that they were playing on the computer and here on the screen, you couldn't also feed that through. It would have to be on the computer that's doing the live
Yeah.
stream and it wouldn't be both.
okay.
But we don't have that.
No.
Right. And I didn't really understand what I was reading. What
Yeah.
was
Yeah,
being
uh-huh.
said to me. So,
And
anyway.
testing out that YouTube Live works in your office is a little bit of a different experience
Yeah.
from being here. If you were to plug this in, the quality of this camera and the quality of this microphone would be probably the one that YouTube would pick up on. You might be able to switch it to one or the other. So if you're on a Zoom, you can switch which camera you're using. Same principle, I think, but you couldn't do both. So
Okay.
I have these if you want to use them. It's not going to hurt my feelings. People just left them behind.
Okay.
But they could help you so that you don't have to point the laptop at what you're showing. You could instead just point this, put this up high or whatever.
I mean, I'm
If
fine
you
with
want it.
pointing it and having it be stagnant for the purposes of the recording and
Sure.
people having just a mark on the floor. I think that that's totally fine. We don't,
I think what she was saying with the camera thing is that with YouTube at least, by itself, you can't switch camera feeds. You can use something like OBS, which is free software that you can switch, but
yeah, there's no need
Yeah.
to do that because
There's not
we're
multiple
on
things to
one,
show.
yeah, we're just on one, stage and,
And
I
you're not
feel like we
playing
can
videos
adjust
on the
our
screen up there.
presentation
Yes.
to make
Yes.
this
Yes.
work
It's
for
just
us.
gonna be a loop of names.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we-
No sound,
And that
right?
one camera should
Yeah,
pick that up.
for
This
sure.
just gives you more flexibility to not have to point the
Yeah.
screen at things.
And to be honest, the more flexibility is more complicated in my mind.
Sure.
So I'm just trying to make it as simple and easy. But we already had some iPad hiccups this morning where it
Sure.
wouldn't let me do the iPad. So I already have to figure that out. But knowing this works great
Is
is
like,
solace.
So another question, can Nandi, I mean, I know we had to figure out the position, but can Nandi actually see clearly the screen behind me?
She
Because
can.
there will be names
She can,
rolling.
but this is a little bit. It's not very clear.
is it pixely?
It's just because it's not clear to us either. Really.
Well, hang on. I think
Well,
Matthew may be
Yeah,
going to
it's-
kill the
it's a little
lights.
right.
Okay.
And then if you have a stage in here, I have spotlights that would light up the person speaking.
Mhm.
Oh, great.
This could still be bright and you can see this.
Okay.
So I guess ask her,
This is BJ now. She says looks and sounds great. I'm asking her about the screen.
yeah. Because it would be important for the virtual students to at least be able to see their name.
So Nandi says lights off makes it worse. She can't see. It just looks like a bright screen. So with the lights on, it was better for her. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe it's because it's a very bright, the whole thing is
So-
very.
Camera,
And our
laptop.
Presentation
If
is
it has a
black or navy with, like,
That will probably be more legible.
Is there a way that you could pull that up from, like in?
prior,
Yeah,
yes.
from like
It would
last
have
year?
to be over there on their
Yeah, you
computer.
have to pull that up over on that computer.
Well, let me
right?
make sure I have it.
Yeah.
I think that Deborah and I did email it.
Well, Bobby says, if it's a darker background with light words, that's one way. Or if it's what we're talking about from
Right.
last year, that might be better.
Yeah, the bright white background of the
It's too
diagram is
much.
what's
Yes.
shedding a bunch of light on it.
Yes.
Yeah. And we can, if we were testing this the day of.
We could
that,
adjust.
We can adjust
Yes.
the lights, because this is all programmed.
I would like to test it today, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
We can, like I said, we can adjust it if it's too bright or not bright enough. We can turn lights on, not down. These all can be dim and no more bright. Where were you envisioning being with this laptop on the day of the event?
I was gonna ask the same thing.
I have like a cocktail table we could put it on.
That'd be great. Yeah. I don't think it's really working fine from wherever we're at. So
Yeah.
I'm not stressed about just wherever we decide where we want people to stand with the podium.
Yeah, we need to
With the
decide
names.
where the podium's. gonna
Yeah,
be.
but I don't feel like that's too far off from what we have going right now.
So
So
if we were to have this on the cocktail table to avoid it being at that,
Yeah.
then I think like maybe like right here
Yes, in the
might be
center.
good in the layout. So then you put your tables, nothing.
Yeah, just have it like not where someone's sitting right in front.
yeah,
I got you.
right. But I like the cocktail table idea.
I do
for
too.
sure.
When did we have Nesmith survey?
Well, with this screen up here, BJ says that's already better. How it looks dark
Oh, it does.
dark in the background. So if we need to, Aaron, we could make a dark background
I think
PowerPoint.
that's what it already.
Well, that's
Yeah,
amazing.
same-
She
same
says it's
it
great.
is.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I already have the background. I don't even have to do anything. I can make it myself because it
Yeah,
was
right, exactly.
2023 down in the bottom.
Okay, great.
I'm just trying to find it.
Well, don't worry about it here.
Oh, yeah, that'll be fine.
And Monica,
It's going to be
oh,
this.
that's great. That's great. That's exactly
Yeah.
great.
Yeah,
What they need.
okay, okay.
But Monica says she can hear and see it really well. So Monica, BJ, and Nani.
Okay. Now, tell Monica to run home, and get off campus to see if she can. I'm just kidding, Monica.
Okay. Can you think of any other troubleshooting or any other considerations? I'm not sure about. All right, so what we found, it was awkward. There wasn't a lot of point in having sage
Okay.
in the weaves there. Like we just had our background on it, we had plants, like it just sort of looked, I mean, it was already there.
Yeah, we
But the
didn't.
stairs were wobbling, and then it was like, well, we don't really want students walking up this. They may be in heels, so we were worried about that. And so what we did was we put the podium in front of the stage, so the stage may not even be necessary. You don't think so?
Mm-mm.
Okay,
I
let's
don't
go do this
think, I don't
next
think
then.
it is.
It complicates things.
I think
Okay.
it does.
This is very seamless and very, it looks very nice.
So I just want to like designate something back there and then have sort of like a,
The plants sound
Yeah.
You know, I
nice
can
and
fill
stuff.
the backdrop underneath the.
Yeah, something like
I just put a podium basically that's center in the front of the cocktail table points. So people can see
That's
that.
amazing. That's
Well,
amazing.
would it be dead center or would it be offset? Because
I think maybe offset a little bit. But we can move the podium.
Yeah, we can
we'll-
move the cocktail
we'll
table when we
figure
get
that
here.
out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because as I recall, the podium was here last time roughly. And then the students came from this side.
Stoles.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they kind of in the center of this is where the stalls or something like that.
Looks great.
So we have like a speaker and then like a person actually doing something.
Only time the spotlight students.
Yeah. Is that on the wall? Yeah, you got the number there.
Yeah.
I'm very pleased. I'm very pleasantly surprised.
Well, and it's also nice to know that there could be use for this.
In all of our programs.
Yeah.
Yeah. We could live stream all of our offerings that are like this. You know?
What is the, where it says spots and turn them off? Yeah.
But even though, see the image there, even though we look microscopic, isn't that a?
Well, we can get closer, we can do things like that. But that's not an issue because they can hear you fine.
I
And
just
you
want
want the
to
screen-
mainly just make sure that they can
Yes.
see their name
Yeah.
scroll up.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's probably the most important thing.
Well, the next thing that we need thoughts on. All right, so we have this live stream for these O1 graduates. Then what? Other than their name showing background, what do we do to acknowledge
Yeah,
them?
that's what I've been
During-
thinking
and
about.
I've
I'm
been
not sure,
struggling with that
I
too.
don't know what the answer is.
You mean like maybe having them respond in some way or like, I don't think there's enough. There isn't enough.
Do we state their name?
I think their name, their degree, have people clap or whatever.
I think,
Because like, so
Yeah.
the in-person people come up and get something.
and their name is called,
The
and they get
online
something.
people are gonna send me their,
Yeah.
their mailing address. They will get their materials mailed to them. But they join in on the live stream, then what?
Well, I
Just-
think, as I recall, Nandi, read the names
Only of the people.
of the people who are here, but I think she reads the names, or whoever, reads the names of all the students
You think
who are
that's what she
participating.
should do?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And the only difference is that those in person will actually come up. But we need to personally acknowledge all of the online graduating students. And that will not lengthen the program that long, because it's not like there are hundreds and hundreds of graduating.
So we either do it first or at the end and say, so now I would like to take a moment and acknowledge our online,
Well, I think,
candidates who are,
Yeah.
attending, virtually
I-
and.
yeah, no, I think, again, we need to think through this, because what I would like to do is do a very individualized shout out for online programs, and our online students. So almost like separate. So I don't know what it looks like now, but I think that would make it, I mean, we're specifically addressing online students, and that they're part of this, and, you know.
Well, this is my thought, and my feelings will be hurt either way, but I'm actually thinking you don't have to see it.
I have turned on the spotlight.
That way it is, right?
So say that again, so say that again.
So when you call their name, they happen to be in the audience, but it takes it down, they don't come at that time, so people can't come.
So when do they get their stuff?
They come up and get it, as they're leaving or.
But just not as a formal,
It's like it is for them.
I don't know, that's kind of special for students to get quote unquote.
I get it, I just.
But I understand what
Trying to
you're
talk about
saying.
it.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
And we'll think through it. We have some brainstorming to do.
I don't know to do a hybrid, a thoughtful hybrid. And when I talked to Angela, she's like, don't do it. And I'm like, I don't have the resources to do it. So I do it by myself. You know?
If we use them, there won't be a problem.
Well, they're used to.
And maybe we go to that for our next
This,
iteration.
to me,
This is a transition. This is better than what we did
I
last
agree,
year.
I agree.
So it's not perfect.
We're really embracing this, constant improvement.
You know, it's quality improvement.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I put some light washed. Jameson set it up to be kind of just a little bit lighter since it's so dim up front to make the screen look good. So we can do that as well, and that'll make you just watch. We look on the screen, and it does help to sort of identify whether people are speaking versus the screen. Like
Yeah,
I said,
Without it, it's just like,
It's pretty dark.
You cannot see like who they are. It looks like that silhouette.
Okay, so you do need the spotlight.
Yeah, you're gonna need
some light
like
to
that.
differentiate, because the brightness of the screen is going to wash people off a load, but if we offset it with some gentle light, it looks a lot better.
Okay.
And we can adjust that day of, but this gives you a good idea of what it looks like.
Well, we can just close it out. It's no big deal.
Okay. Anything else? We good? We good?
I'm happy with it.
Thank you, folks on the
Thanks,
other
guys.
side. Whatever, for the YouTube people. See you back at the ranch.
Okay, Matthew, thank y'all so much
Thank you so
for
much.
letting us,
Really appreciate it.